Does John Harbaugh want to be the next head coach of the New York Football Giants? A lot of smoke around this situation, some brand new information as well that we got to dive into on today's show. First, though, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Put out free videos every single day on your New York Football Giants, and we are closing in on our goal of 100,000 subscribers. If you want to stay up to date this offseason on Big Blue, hit that big red sub button right now. This is New York Giants Now by Chat Sports, and I am your host, Marshall Green. The betting odds for where John Harbaugh is going to be coaching next have been released. We got to talk about that. Gary Myers, longtime New York sports reporter, has some information on Harbaugh, where the Giants sit on when it comes to an interview with him, and we got a lot more to discuss. It's safe to say, though, right now, John Harbaugh is the runaway favorite to be the next head coach of the New York Giants. And the Giants are the runaway favorites to be the next destination for Harbaugh, coming in at minus 175. A major gap between the top team, the Giants, and second place, the Raiders, at plus 500. Cleveland Browns at plus 600. And you see where the Falcons and Cardinals, as well as the Tennessee Titans, sit as well. The Giants are heavy favorites to add John Harbaugh as their next head coach. And I get it. I'm biased. I bleed Giants blue. I'm a diehard Giants fan. I'm going to tell you that I think that he is the best. The Giants are the best place for him among the teams that do not have a head coach. We'll talk about teams that do have a head coach in a second, but John Harbaugh reportedly already has interest in the Giants, and he has interest in Jaxson Dart. And there is even some homework being done by John Harbaugh on Jaxson Dart. There's been way too much smoke. Adam Schefter talking about it. Many other people. Pete Dam, like so many people are linking the Giants. Not just the Giants are a good spot for him, that Harbaugh's interested in the Giants. Myers saying this, quote, he is expected to start interviewing by the end of the week. The Giants so far have shown as much, if not more, interest as any team. 9 teams already have made inquiries, and there are only 6 openings, not counting the Ravens. Sounds like some coaches are hanging by a thread. 2, or 3 in this case. Harbaugh has been doing his homework on Giants rookie quarterback Jaxson Dart and has received very positive reviews. Says, I hear firing Harbaugh was solely Ravens owner's decision and went against his front office, who were unable to talk to him out of it. Also, Harbaugh did not have a problem with Lamar Jackson. The issue was between Jackson and offensive coordinator Todd Monken. Gary Myers also saying that John Harbaugh has not yet set up a meeting with the Giants. There was a report coming out there, I think from the Giants newspaper and Insider. The Giants Insider does awesome work. He was reporting that Harbaugh is expected to come into the Giants building tomorrow and have an interview. He said it wasn't finished yet, but that was the expectation. If we get any updates on that, we'll give you the information. They have been overwhelmed, the Harbaugh camp, with the amount of calls that they have gotten from other teams, saying he has been contacted with interest from 6 teams, not counting the Ravens, looking for a coach. So all 6 teams that don't have a coach, they all called him. And then 3 teams that presently have a coach are also calling him. Supposedly, the Harbaugh camp is sorting things out. And Adam Schefter also agreeing with what Myers saying. He's saying there were a couple of teams with head coaches that reached out to Harbaugh. John is going to evaluate what he wants to do. And we told you this yesterday on the live show, that there are 7 NFL head coach openings, and the Ravens, or the former Baltimore Ravens head coach John Harbaugh, his agent, Brian Harlan, he got calls from 7 NFL teams. It's now reportedly up to 9. So outside of the 6 teams that don't have coaches, what teams could look to add Harbaugh that do have coaches? I think you got to keep your eyes on the Philadelphia Eagles. Art Stapleton mentioned it yesterday. Talked to my guy Chase Sr. here at Chat Sports, who covers the Eagles. We both kind of agreed there's just like a non-zero chance that this could happen. The Buffalo Bills lose in round 1, similar to the Eagles losing round 1. They could look to move on from Sean McDermott. I think the Miami Dolphins want John Harbaugh. Their owner, Michigan man, he could want Harbaugh we'll keep you up to date on that, as well as when it comes to Matt LaFleur, the Green Bay Packers head coach. What are they going to do with him? If they lose in round one, he could potentially be fired, as he does not have a head coach contract extending in the next season. And you got to keep your eyes on the Bucs. Sounds like Bowles is going to be back, but I don't know. I think the Bengals are a dark horse as well. Sounds like Taylor's going to be back, but if you can go out and add Harbaugh, I think they could make that move. Myers also saying Harbaugh has a genuine interest in the Giants, and there is no reason to believe the retention of GM Joe Schoen will be an impediment to an agreement. I've never seen a coach in such high demand. Harbaugh has a genuine interest in the Giants. That follows up with what Ian O'Connor told us yesterday. And when it comes to will Joe Schoen stay or will Joe Schoen go, sounds like there's conflicting reports out there. O'Connor is hearing the same things that Myers did, saying we won't know until after their upcoming meetings. But I'm getting the early sense the Giants GM Joe Schoen will not be an issue for John Harbaugh, saying it's not really Harbaugh's way to come in and wipe out a GM. He was neighbors with his last GM, Eric DeCosta. But Connor Hughes of SNY hopped on the Evan and Tiki show on WFAN and says there have been conflicting reports on if John Harbaugh would want to work with Joe Schoen. And I have a lot of thoughts on that. I'll tell you what they are in a second, but I want to let you know that we have an awesome deal coming up right now. When you go to chatsports.com/NYG shirt, you can get this Giant shirt for almost 50% off. It was $45. It is now $24.99. So go get your shirt today, only at this link, chatsports.com/NYG shirt. Gary Myers also saying Schoen's drafting of Jaxson Dart at the urging of Brian Daboll and his promising rookie year makes this job very attractive. And although the Giants have been awful except for 2 playoff seasons since winning their 4th Super Bowl in 2011, let's face it, it's still the Giants, one of the cornerstone franchises of the league. I guess I'll just start with saying this. It would be heartbreaking if the Giants were not able to land John Harbaugh as their next head coach. I ask myself the question, if it's not going to be him, then who are you going to bring in to be this head coach? Because everything we've heard and essentially everything you have told us, I'm speaking of the New York Giants, is that you want John Harbaugh as your head coach. You want a leader. You want a CEO. You want a guy with a lot of experience. You want a proven playoff winner. You want a Super Bowl champion. You want a culture guy. You want a program builder. You want somebody that holds people accountable. Every buzzword that the Giants have thrown out there that they want as their next head coach, it is John Harbaugh. So get the job done. Do whatever it takes. It's time for the Koch family, who just bought 10% of the New York Giants, to step up. Give them a blank check. Don't let money be the reason you don't get this done. And I know, you got outbid in the Matt Rule situation a long time ago. Don't let that happen this time. Make sure that he is not going to have any holdup at taking this job because of the money. The Giants have been praying for a coach like this since Tom Coughlin walked down that podium in the media room and gave John Mara that side eye. They've been looking for a coach like this, and it's right there. And he is a great coach. Let's not get that misconstrued. John Harbaugh is going to go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a head coach. That is how good he is. And the Giants are in dire need of a head coach. As bad as the Giants need a great head coach like John Harbaugh, this Giants organization needs John Harbaugh. All the things that are going on in the front office right now. John Mara dealing with cancer. We are all praying and hoping and wishing that John Mara is going to beat cancer's ass. But the facts of the matter are that the forward years of the New York Giants and what their organization and what the power setup looks like, it is murky at best. And the Giants need John Harbaugh. You go from a Joe Schoen run football team to a John Harbaugh run football team if you make this move. What he could do as a coach is awesome, but what he can do with this front office, with this organization, be the leader, and most importantly, be the face of the organization, that excites me just as much, if not more so, than what he could be as the head coach. And even if Joe Schoen stays, like we talked about in this show. I still think John Harbaugh would bring his own guy in. And I'll tell you this much. John Harbaugh ain't going to listen to Joe Schoen when Schoen says you got to play this player this many snaps and you got to play this player at this position. No. There's not going to be a position battle between Cordell Flott and Deonte Banks stemming from training camp to week 5 of the regular season. You don't have to have any of those meddling games on football decisions from Joe Schoen. You can stay, but there's going to be a shift, and there needs to be a shift. Whatever you have to do, he wants a piece of the personnel decisions. He wants to make the personnel decisions. Do it. He wants X amount of dollars. Do it. He wants to be the coach for 6-7 years, retire from being a head coach, and then be the head of football operations for the New York Giants. Do it. Like, you have been thirsty for a person like this. Go and do it. As good as a coach as he is and how much the Giants need that, you need John Harbaugh, the football guy, the football man, the winner in this organization. Because everybody that's in it right now, at least that have been in it since 2017, they don't know how to win. So bring somebody in that does. This organization is in dire need of that. If you want the Giants to hire John Harbaugh, hit that thumbs up icon right now and make sure you are following me on social media. I really do think the Giants are the leaders in the clubhouse. The betting odds tell you that. They still got to go through the process, still got to do a lot more things. They can't just hire John Harbaugh today, but if they could, I think they would.